thing from going on the Success Club trip, but
Yeah.
I mean, really, they put on an amazing event.
Mhm.
Like from the food to the service to the events to the speakers. I mean, really, it's phenomenal.
Don't you feel, I mean, you've been on a lot of trips. Don't you feel like I feel like New Leader is one of the best ones that they do.
It was, I mean, really, I can't even say one other than my flights being early, there was not one bad thing about it. But I will tell you just, a little thing. I earned the free room, right? And I
Yeah.
got there to check in. I'm like, oh, Michelle Krill. They're like, oh, we don't have a room for you. And I was like, oh. And then I'm like all panicked because this is probably like a $500 a night hotel. So I'm all freaked out. And the guy's like, well, I can contact somebody. I'm like, all right. Well, so I wrote an email to the New Leader Conference email address. Well, the girl wrote me back and called me, and I called her back. And she came up, and she's like, oh, well, let's transfer room something 3 to Michelle. And I'm like, what, is that your room? Because it was her name. She's like, well, it's one of the rooms we reserve for people who forget to say they need their room.
So did you not, there's like a form. Did you not do it?
I mean, I'm talking less than 10 minutes. That was all resolved.
That's amazing. Because that could have been a total nightmare.
Oh, yeah. I was freaking out.
Oh, well, I'm glad that you had fun. Did you like going? I feel like for me, when I went, the biggest thing that I thought was so cool was going to corporate. Did you like going?
I did like it. It was super speedy. I think they realized people like to go for the photos. And our guide was like, it's just a lot of people work. Oh, no, I saw Sandy from the National Wake Up Call later. And she's like, it's just a lot of people working. But, I mean, I did like seeing the gym. I liked that you could see how they get the food delivered for test group people.
Yes. Wasn't that cool?
Yeah. So I just thought, I like behind the scenes stuff, and so it was good. I didn't get to see Carl. I saw one of the groups did get their photo with Carl, and he put it on their page. I was kind of, I wish it was me, but whatever. It was fun. And I didn't know anybody, so if anybody is ever nervous about going to any Beachbody event, Super Saturday, Super Sunday, anything, and you don't know anybody, it just doesn't matter. You're all there with the same feelings about what you do and why you do it, and so everybody's a friend.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad that and that says a lot, because Michelle is not one who like super loves to go without knowing anyone, right? Like when you say that was a big deal to just fly to LA.
Yeah, I'm a little like socially anxious about it, I guess.
Yeah.
But since I've gone enough, like I went to the first Super Saturday that Deidre had here in Chambersburg. That was my first one, and I didn't know anybody for that. Yeah. And at that time, I didn't realize it could be so welcoming. So I was definitely nervous. It's gotten better over time, just because when you're all there and you all know Beachbody and you all know work, like you have something in common right off the bat. So that helps.
Yes. Well, I'm proud of you for going, and congratulations. It's a big deal. Not everybody gets to go do that. So you should be really proud of yourself. For those of you who are wondering what we're talking about, she went to the New Leader Conference last weekend in LA. It's something that you have to earn by being a 1-star diamond. It's a lot of work. You've got to hold your rank for 6 weeks. And then as long as you have a certain number of Success Club points, which in turn kind of help you to get elite points, then like what Michelle said, you can get your room paid for. So she stayed at a really swanky, cool hotel, and she didn't have to foot the bill. So that's always fun.
That was great.
So I wanted to ask you guys, number one, I feel like our team right now needs help hitting Success Club this week. So I was going to do probably a power hour, probably one during the day and one at night. And I will get you the details of when that is. So if you are wanting to jump on that, or your team, certainly let me know. Do you guys have a preference on time of day, at night, whatever? I can do anything, honestly. My week this coming week is pretty open. Any requests? You want like a lunch, like a noon one day, and like a 8 o'clock one day, or do you guys like 7? Like what time of day at night is better for you? Some of you are in different time zones, so.
I think a daytime one I would probably hop on, and any day, anytime. I guess lunchtime would be good.
Okay. What time, those of you, Michelle, like what time's your lunch, or does it depend on each day?
Yeah, it does depend on the day. And I mean, I could even catch the recording.
Yeah.
Like if you recorded it, that could be helpful.
Perfect. Okay. So just look for that. I'll post it in the team page here probably tomorrow with 2 different dates. So this week, just to help you guys out, and your downline is definitely welcome. I know that some of you are doing work inside your own cup teams. So some of you are doing your own thing. But in the event that you don't have anyone right now to kind of help push you this week, I'm happy to do it. So that'll be this coming. And I also wanted to chat with you about what's next. Like, we've crushed bar, like totally crushed bar. You guys, I love your results. If you haven't seen, some of you are getting killer transformations, and it's so exciting, but it's almost over. Like, I'm so sad. I'm like, oh my gosh, this group is literally almost done. I know I have one more, like I have 5 days next week and that's it, and I'm done. So now I'm like, okay, we need to strategize as a team. Like, what are we doing next? What does this look like, so that you can kind of get ready for your spring quarter from a fitness program standpoint? I just want to kind of hear from you guys. Like, do you already have a plan? What are you thinking? As far as 10 rounds go, I'll read you just in case you haven't seen it yet. So one of the things that we were kind of taught when I was a new coach was that every time a program comes out, you need to do it. You want to sell it, you need to do it. And you need to do it right away. And so that was something that I was taught. And what that means is that when like 10 rounds launches, technically we should all be doing it. Now, with that being said, I've done a lot of these programs, and sometimes you get one and you're like, I just don't like it, right? Like, you do it and you're like, this just isn't my thing. And that's okay. But one thing that is really important is that we're completing programs from start to finish. Like, no like dabbling. Like, if you say you're going to do it, go finish it, right? And have transformation to share. It's fire for your business. And so if you are planning to do 10 rounds, if that's the train you're about to get on, these are your dates. So March 16th through April 5th, that's when we can get it as coaches. So if you're looking at your planner right now, March 16th to April 5th, that's our window. Now, that means that we can buy it, but it also means if you have challengers who are wanting to sign up for the discount or to work the business, they can sign up, and then they too would be allowed to be a part of that test window. As far as working with Joel, you'll also get that opportunity if you're signed up as a coach, and that's always a big selling point. Now, April 6th, so on your calendar, if you're looking at it, April 6th is the day that VIP Early Access customer launches. So that's when everyone can get it. And I think that date actually is really important. Because as much as we want to think that everyone's going to sign up as a coach and can start on March 16th, the reality is that they can't. So we do need to probably look at, like, if you're going to do a group, it probably needs to be the April group, like April 6th. That's typically the way I would see it. And then as far as launching it to the everyday public, what's wrong, Carter? You need fed. Grab an apple. You look like you're going to convulse. Grab an apple. I'll be ready in just a minute to feed you, okay? 15 minutes. Grab an apple. How about some cheese? Something that's a fast snack. You won't puke. Grab an apple. I'm on a call, okay? Sorry.
Have some Valentine candy.
Yeah, eat candy. Come on. Yeah, eat it. So you might as well. But anyway, so October 1st, so that's like almost into next year, next fall. October 1st is the launch for that. So it's 6 weeks, 5 days a week. People are going to be excited about it. Go ahead, Michelle.
Well, I did the workout with Joel. Mm-hmm. So I am not a big fan of these types of workouts because I'm not very coordinated. Yes. But I can tell you that there was a lot of, like, there must be a number pattern, like it's 5, 6, like 4, 5, 6, like okay. Left, right, left. Like, he gave a lot of prompts. And one thing I liked that I think will be a good picture, I already have one. You put a towel and you hold your hands on it, because this is how he's helping you learn to keep your arms up. Like, it's a guard picture, so you could definitely get a white towel and do that.
That's cool.
And I can, no, I did the bar workout too. We did 2 workouts back to back, Joel and Elise.
Was that like, did you push yourself, or was everyone doing that?
Yeah, no, everybody wanted to do the Joel workout, and the Elise workout was already scheduled. So,
got it, yeah.
You know how it is. You just do the workouts. Plus, you wanted to get your fruit punch energized. But I can tell you that it's a lot of, like, you're doing a lot of side to side. And I really felt it. I mean, it's hard because I did both workouts, but I think Elise was heavier on the legs and not as much on the core because she did a lot of, leg stuff. But you'll definitely feel that workout program. I guess that's what I want to say.
Who do you feel like it's for? Do you
I
feel
don't know. I think a lot of people love kickboxing, so I think you would maybe market it that way. The kickboxing.
Even if you've been at this for a while, the people who did Core de Force with you probably would be definitely interested, right?
I felt better doing the workout because I had already done Core de Force.
Yes.
I will say that. So if you want to market it 10 rounds now, you could try to line people up by starting with Core de Force.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like leading up to it. What are you guys thinking? Those of you who are on the call, have you started to put any thought to what your next few weeks look like as far as what you're doing program wise? I just would love to kind of hear from you. What are you thinking? Or you don't know yet? Shannon said she's doing bar.
I saw that after I finished bar, which is at the end of February, then there's about 3 weeks before the Success Club trip. So I thought about doing 21-day fix.
Yeah.
Or I thought about doing more bar once I just see how my results are, because she says it's made to go through 3 times depending on the intensity level you chose. I don't know. I'm not looking forward to 40-minute workouts, but sometimes I like to do like the last 2 weeks of a program again, because they're supposed to be the most intense, but I don't know. So.
Okay. So that's what you're thinking. Let's hear what others are thinking, and then we'll kind of talk about a game plan. Thanks, Michelle.
I guess it is like a 3-week gap, so maybe do like a 3-week one. But I found like a prep hybrid calendar yesterday. I don't even know where I saw it. I can share it in the page.
Okay.
Like for 10 rounds.
Was it using like Core de Force and then some of the other ones?
Yeah, and like lift, Core de Force, and then like some of the Joel bod ones.
What did Michelle say? Joel has a ton of hybrids. Yeah. Okay. So Melissa, are you like Jazz? Like, are you thinking you're definitely leading into 10 rounds? Like that's where you're going? Or are you thinking you want to do some more bar?
I don't know. I haven't really decided yet.
Your booty looks so good.
Thank you. I keep asking Will too. I'm like, this is a bar booty.
I know.
I don't know. I don't know what to do.
Yeah. That's where I'm at. I'm truly, I don't have an answer yet because I'm like, okay, I'm done next week. And I'm like, I feel like I could do like a round of 21-day fix, like the fix live, because I didn't do that. Or it's like, okay, do I do the prep and then the work, or do I do more bar? Here's my thoughts. And then I want to hear what's Stephanie saying? Hold on. Go ahead and unmute yourself. What are you thinking for yours? Unmute. Yeah. And a little bit more obsessed.
Oh, my screen is covered by the chat. I'm still trying to get into the swing of things, so I'm totally following your lead, but I would do the 21-day fix if it was up to me. And I would probably even promote it a little bit and say, hey, I'm in between programs right now, so I'm going to go back to the basics where I started. Anybody wants to join me?
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. I feel like it could really work because we're at like such a weird, some of us are done with bar, but other people have just been watching us. Like now is where the momentum builds, where you're like, here's my results. I did it. I showed you that it works. Now is where people are like, okay, I'm going to step up and do that. So I don't know. Like, I almost feel like it makes sense to do like a round of either fix live or fix extreme live. I guess you could probably pick which one you want to do.
Fix extreme live is pretty intense.
Do you think it would be okay to put both of them in the same group then and just have you can decide, you pick your path, whether you want to like push it, or you want to just, if you're a beginner.
Multi-program.
Yeah.
I think I do better personally when I'm following a program. Like when I go in there and just hop around, I don't like it. I feel better when I'm doing a program. But I think, like Stephanie said, I think it would be good to tell people that like we're in between programs and this is what I'm going to be doing, because I think that's important because people watch and they want to know. And like all summer we were like, I'm going to do this 100-day program, and then we were like, oh, I'm going to do this bar program. So I think people want to they want to see
always doing the deal. Huh. Yeah.
It's pretty rare that there's this break in between programs. Usually they're right on top of like, here you go, and here you go, and here you go, and here you go.
I think they want, in a way, I think it's because we could technically be pulling off the work. Like that could you could be doing the work and then just start 10 rounds just a tiny bit late.
I also thought about doing 4 weeks of the prep, but it just depends on how long they are after these 2 weeks of 40-minute workouts. 45 more minutes doesn't seem like much, but
oh, it is. I've been doing the 40s, and I said to my neighbor, I'm like, I never look at the clock, and I'm like, how much longer? Like, this feels long.
well, especially because you're breathless.
Yeah. Yes, you are. So would you guys like that as a team if we did a round of fixed or fixed extreme and did it as a group, like how we always do? Would you be down for that?
Yeah, I love that.
Okay. So for me, bar finishes next week, but for the rest of you guys, or some of you, it's the following week. Looking at your calendar, when would you like to start? Like,
I think now we're on the same page as you, Sarah, from your trip, because you were ahead of us.
I'm still a week, like I'm doing weeks, the last week this week. Is that what you guys are doing?
Like next week for me is week 8.
Like Monday's week 8.
Yeah.
That's weird because I didn't stop.
I have 2 weeks to go.
Okay. So Melissa, you probably started when I did then.
Maybe. I don't know. I thought you were a week ahead.
I was a week ahead of like the challengers. If that makes sense. Like I think like Michelle, she's still like Michelle, you started with the challengers. Yeah. When does that put
I
us?
think I'm a week ahead of the challengers, but I'm a week behind you. I think you're 2 weeks ahead.
You think I'm
At
2
least
weeks
when I
ahead?
scheduled posts last week, I think they were week 5 and I'm on week 6.
Okay.
Oh, and if somebody
Yeah.
can schedule posts, that's good too.
Someone needs to, you said? For this coming week?
I think so. I didn't look yet. Yeah, for
bar.
bar.
I'll do it. Let me write it down. Write it. I know my planner right here. I moved to the bathroom because I was
I
alone.
was just gonna say, I love that you're sitting on the bathroom floor.
You guys have seen every room in my house. Like I've been from the kitchen to so,
My teenage son says, "Are you peeing in there? Are you hiding? Do you need a snack? Are you okay?"
I'm hiding. No one knows I'm in here. The baby monitor's downstairs. They'll be okay. Anyways, okay.
We do a 3-week program
Yeah.
and start it on the 24th. That'll put us right up to the 10 rounds early access.
If we do it the 24th of February.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And that'll put us right up to coach access or client.
Coach access.
Okay. So what do you think? Do you guys want to do that as a group? We plan to market it that way, that we do, 21 day, you can pick your fixed regular or fixed extreme. Pick your fix. Whatever you
Pick
want.
your fix. That's so great.
It could work, right? You can choose. You can be a beginner or you can be pushing.
2.5 years, you think I would have thought of that catch line.
Oh, all right. So I'm down with that. And we can kind of split up, who's going to do what. Do you guys want to do it in, like usual, in my challenge tracker? I know some of you are back to Facebook, but I like my challenge tracker.
I'm on Facebook.
Are you?
So I don't know if you saw my things about what they're doing with bod groups, but everybody stay on top of that news when it starts, because what's going to happen is when your clients go to Beachbody On Demand, they're going to start seeing their coaches. I don't know. They're going to start seeing their coaches groups in here.
Yeah.
So I think they're going to be replacing the My Challenge Tracker app with this bod groups.
Yeah.
I don't know if there'll be a separate app for it or if it's all going to be through the bod app. But really start paying attention. I'm sure you already saw there's tracking in bod. Like they're shifting it over. And I think it's really going to do a lot for your business. Like when you get a lead and they go to Beachbody On Demand, they're going to see it there. Well, I'm not saying, Facebook, I love Facebook too, for all kinds of different things, but for really capitalizing for your business, you're going to want to be on top of what they're doing with bod groups. Read all the information, watch all the trainings. I think it's really going to make a big impact.
I think it's going to make starting your business easier for new coaches, because it's so like, you don't need to learn Streak. You don't need to do this. It's all right there. Like, here's your business on a platform.
I mean, I think if you have any friends who are doing Peloton or any of those other things, you can see that the community is so important that I think this is just going to be Beachbody's way of, increasing their relevancy with people and the sense of community, which we already know is so important, but sometimes people don't buy into the community right away, or they miss a message and then they just don't get that community feeling. And I think that's really going to be important.
Cool. I'm glad you got to see it. I saw that at leadership, that presentation, and I was really blown away by it. So cool. Stay tuned, everybody. Are there any, at this moment, are there any like, hey, I needs, like thinking like I need help with scheduling like Michelle just said, we need bar covered next week. So I'll cover it next week. Does somebody have the following week or not at this time? Do we know that? I feel like
I don't know.
Okay, so I'll look into that so that we have our last few weeks covered, just so that our challengers get the best experience. I think we kind of sit on this and we reflect on that we're going to do the fix, but then we need to decide, like, are we going to have 10 rounds and a group for, like, are we going to do a bar group? Like, what are we going to do? And I think some of it has to come from your goals and what you like. If you know you hate kickboxing and you got a banging butt from bar, you probably need to do another like launch of bar and do it well, because you got great results, you know? So like, as much as, yes, this business is very spelled out and they tell you what to market and do, you have to like what you're doing too, or you're not going to be excited to go press play. So, you know, use this next few weeks to reflect of like, what are my goals? This week on Rising Stars, Jess Carey, she did a call and she talked about how she did 80-day obsession. And even though it wasn't in the middle of, you know, that's an older program at this point, but she crushed it and she had so much fun, and her energy, you know, other challengers did it and her transformation was good. And so I think that we do need to always take that into consideration of, do I love this? If the answer is not yes, then you got to do something that you do love so that you can get the best results, because we're very results driven. You know, they want to see the before and afters, and they want to know how you did it. So.
And you could market 10 rounds to your current clients by talking up quarter force. Like, I have quarter force results from before. Like, we could share those, and you know, you could do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
People who already have BOD. One thing I always do is I go to my subscription report and I list out like the next 10 or 15 people who, or however many, have a BOD subscription coming up, or Shakeology. And I'm like, you know, it'd be really a lot cheaper for you to upgrade to the challenge pack. And if it's been longer than 6 months, I'm like, great, because there are some Success Club points. So don't forget about your current people, just as a way to, you know, boost your business.
And they're going to be your repeat buyers too. You know, I find those are the ones who are unlocking the VIP early access more so than someone who's just like totally brand new.
And you can convert them to the coach thing if they like Joel.
Yes. Yeah. So lots of opportunities. I think that, you know, in the coming weeks, like in our self-love group that we have, I think we do put some stuff of talking about 10 rounds a little bit to kind of build the hype.
And should I be moving all my people from the New Year transformation to the self-love? Like, I should be doing that right now. I think.
Yeah, I did that this week. I just sent the invite to all.
I'll do that today. And I'll invite all my clients.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's our big group. So looking at like what we have going on team-wide, we have the big self-love one starting Monday. Actually, it's not Sunday, I think, the whole way is it 30 days that we have it set as?
I'll have to double check. I'm not sure.
It'll go into March, but then so we can start marketing Fix Extreme Live and regular to start on that Monday. So that's what we have going on. And then Success Club trip's coming up in March, so you'll see that starting to happen. Yay! And then for those of you who are not on the list yet, you should definitely opt in for the 2021 Success Club trip. You can sign up. Like Stephanie, I don't know if you have thought about it, Shannon, like those of you who are newer coaches who haven't went before, just put your name on the list. Like, you don't have to make a decision until they tell you, like, hey, by the way, you can go.
Oh, I already did it. That email came. I signed right up.
You're like, I'm gonna go on that vacation. I saw it, Michelle. Yes, I saw it the other night. I'm not on Facebook as much, but I saw it at like 3:00 in the morning when I got up to pee. I need to do it.
No better time to sign up than at 3 a.m.
Yeah, you got it for the golf. Okay. Anything else, ladies? Melissa, do you need anything in the self-love group at this moment?
No, just something for Sunday. I don't know why we picked a Sunday, because the content like says Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yeah.
So something for Sunday, and then The content should be taken care of, but maybe just like, sprinkle in like some random stuff like recipes or motivation or whatever, stuff like that.
Yeah. I find it like when you guys are deep in your journey, like you're the best challengers, like right now I'm super into my nutrition and I'm like every day, every meal it's in there, and it's almost like it's for them, but it's for me because it's keeping me on track too. So I would really encourage you guys, like for this group, dig into you and post the heck out of like your journey, and they'll follow suit. You'll start to see them really like, hey, everyone else is sharing their breakfast, I'm gonna share mine too.
I see your Whole30 stuff.
Yeah, I'm doing
it.
Yeah, I mean, it's super hard, but you'll see me talk more about it this week. I couldn't do this if it weren't for Beachbody. I'm telling you, this is so incredibly hard, but Beachbody prepared me like to a T. Like it's not that bad because of the way I've done nutrition for the last few years. So I'll be talking about it. This is like, it was a weird thing because it's like, why would you do Whole30? That's not a business thing. Like, is that a good decision? But I really for me, it was just, I needed to do this for my own, like my decision was to be the best version of me this year. And so I needed to see what it felt like without sugar and carbs and all the things. Valentine's Day was hard last night. It was tricky. But anyways, I'm excited to share with you guys. Kevin lost 6 pounds in 4 days. You're not allowed to weigh yourself on Whole30, but we've been cheating and weighing, and he's like, I was so excited. I'm like, I lost a pound. And I'm like jazzed about it. And he's like, oh. I'm like, how much did you lose? He's like, well, 6. I'm like, men.
Did he go get a haircut or something?
Shit or something. That's all he did. Okay, ladies. So I will cover the content for bar this week. Michelle said she would pick up Sunday and Self-Love Club, and we'll kind of start to like plan our marketing. We'll get that challenge group set up in my challenge tracker and start talking about it. Okay. Anything else? I don't have my phone up here because I relocated. Would someone take a photo of the group real fast? Can someone do that? We'll do it in like grid form here.
Ready?
Yeah. Awesome.
Got it.
Thank you. Can you share that in the team page?
Oh, let's do that again. My night guard was hanging out right next to it. Yeah.
Okay.
People don't need to know I grind my teeth.
That's right.
All right.
Awesome. Thank you.
Good.
It's nice to see you all. I hope you have a great Saturday.
You too.
Take care. Bye, everyone.